Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalgrim here, and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to, per usual, take a look at some soul rate fights. And yeah, first up, we're going to open up with a fight against Boss Bane over here. The only thing that he's got going is that thing that makes him have more defense and more attack based on if you stay too long against him in the fight. And these stacks are not going to decrease. Once the first stack is applied, it's gonna stay there forever, and he's gonna start stacking a second one. But to be fair, the defense side of things might be a problem if you have no way to reduce the armor, but I don't care here because I have Sword of Sin on Brainiac, and the attack buff kind of sucks. I don't know how they calculated that, but I was to a point, I remember, against this dude where I was using Deathstroke and staying constantly in the fight, and he had like 8 or 9 stacks at that point, and I still had problems to kill Deathstroke to get a clone out to deal more percentage shell damage. So yeah, we have Beta Club on Raven, we have Sword of Sin on Brainiac, and we have a level 3 Nora Snow Globe on Power Girl for the passive stats. The Beta Club is level 8, by the way. Raven back in there, jump attack, special 1. Gonna wait a bit, Brainiac back in there, special 1 again. Raven back in there, jump attack, special 1, and there we go. We're starting to get some decent dot values at this point. He's close to dying. Those are close to his last moments. Raven back in there, jump attack, special 1. And yeah, I'm actually going to let him over here kill Raven, and I sped that process up a little bit. And you can see that his damage increase doesn't do that much. I'm letting Raven die here because I don't want to get unusual gameplay, because that's what usually happens when I use Raven in Beta Club. And yeah, the rewards are garbage. Who would have expected? Now, that was the last fight, so this is the next day pips. So we in theory had available the Raven team again, and I put that up against Boss Black Lightning. First of all, I think I did a little bit of a mistake by keeping Power Girl in there. I think I should have just gotten her out of the way because she takes too long to die, and she did not die on her first tag, and so that sucked ass. And that might be something that will heavily impede our progress here. So we have Beta Club on Raven, Sword of Sin on Brainiac, pretty much the exact same setup that we had previously. The only problem is letting Power Girl die, and if she doesn't die fast enough and Raven doesn't get tagged in after she dies, she's gonna really mess us up. And I don't actually have Nora Snow Globe on her. That would have been dumb, because that would have made her tag clones back in. So I think actually for passive stats I have the level 1 heat gloves, or however they were called. I don't know at this point. Thermal gloves, yeah, there we go. For some passive stats in there. Power Girl is still not dead, and that's starting to be concerning. Another special 1 from Brainiac in there. Another special 1, 5 Raven stacks at this point. Raven getting tagged back in. So even though Power Girl did not die yet, I can't say she impeded my progress here too much. Jump attack into super move. We're finally starting to get some dot damage in there, but it's kind of a little bit late into the fight. It's half point through the fight and we barely dealt any damage. And Brainiac gets tagged in, and that will mess up the stacks of Raven. We'll have to restack the darkness. So that was kind of the first mistake of this fight, and it was all down to the decision of keeping Power Girl in there, which was a bad one. I don't think I really needed that power generation, and my special 1 gets blocked there, which sucks and extends Brainiac's tag in time because he got hit over there with a few hits. We have to restack the darkness, so that's gonna take a while. Another special 1. Jump attack, special 1 again, 3 stacks. That's not great, but it is what it is. Brainiac in there, stacking even more lethal. We're at 8 stacks, so in terms of that, we're almost all set. But still, it's only 50 seconds left, and this dude is not taking that much damage. Or he's at the very least not dying as fast as I would want him. Jump attack, special 1. There we go, we're finally starting to deal some damage. 30 mil dot damage, that's totally fine. And yeah, I couldn't chain a special 1 after that jump attack. I wanted to chain a special 1 after the jump attack. The game just didn't allow me to, and that made this dude lock me into a basic attack hit combo that made me lose darkness yet again. And I think that if we didn't lose darkness there, we might not have killed him, but we would have gotten far closer to that point than we got over here. So yeah, that sucks ass, and I really don't think that was my fault over there. I did a few mistakes in this fight, but that one, I do not take responsibility for it. So yeah, it's gonna take a while, but I'm not gonna try any other teams against this dude. We're just going to let him be until my pips refresh and I can use the Raven team again, because I still think that's the most efficient way to do it. Here we're going to fight boss Aquaman. We're going to use Batman who laughs, Skinflance Aquaman. We're going to first of all get the percentage hull damage out of the way with Batman who laughs, and then use Skinflance Aquaman to deal some damage throughout the rest of the fight. And yeah, I do like this team to an extent. Like, the alternative is putting this dude in the same team with Deathstroke, but if we don't do that, there's other things we can do, and I will show you some pretty interesting Deathstroke team afterwards, which I think actually worked well enough. Super move in there, and this is yet again one of those scenarios where we actually did get all the percentage shell damage out of the way with Venom who laughs before doing the super move, so that was not really necessary. We have the Jokerized Batarangs on Skinflance Aquaman for some additional damage. We could have used Beta Club. We have some passive attack from the level 3 North Snow Globe on Dr. Fate, but I feel like those might have given us more damage overall. I don't know yet. Maybe not. But yeah, Skinflance Aquaman back in there, special tree, re-engage the combo. Venom who laughs is going to go back in there after one more special one from Skinflance Aquaman. Keep in mind, we need to use the specials first in this fight specifically. It's not like build high combo for specials. It's more like do them straight away so we get the Jokerized Venom debuff in there, so that our basic attack hits are going to deal far more damage. Jump attack against special tree. And boy, the special tree damages are quite low to be fair. Maybe it's something that I forgot about, like this dude disabling the gear stats for might characters, though I don't think so judging by my crit ratio, because if those were disabled then we wouldn't crit as often. Re-engage the combo there. Into another special tree, swipe right, tap time, swipe right. Then last back in there, and it's not gonna be long for this world with that health, but we're still hanging on to that. Skinflance Aquaman back in there, re-engage the combo. Into another special tree, re-engage the combo yet again. I do love having 4 fast tech hits, don't get me wrong, like that stuff is good stuff. And I messed up there. I believed I would get out of the final form before needing to use a special one to extend my combo, but that's fine. He did his job, and Dr. Fate is more than capable to combo build here. And since it's the last minute, we're not that reliant on the power generation. So overall, I don't think that's a big L there. Re-engage the combo there with Dr. Fate. Getting back in there, doing some combo. I actually did too much of a combo here, I think. Though I think I was buying time to get to full energy so I could do 2 special trees, so I don't think that was necessarily a misplay actually. Dr. Fate back in. And he's gonna take the super move. King getting back in there, Dr. Fate barely not dying. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. It went well enough, it went well enough. Okay, so now moving on to the next team. As I said, there's another thing that you can do with Deathstroke, and I'm going to actually do it here. So, Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is going to get more damage depending on how many power bars you're going to use throughout the entirety of the fight. So by the time that we're done with Deathstroke here, actually, Mr. Freeze is going to be at his peak performance point. We have Beta Club on him, we have Nora Snow Globe on Deathstroke for the clones, though I don't have much hopes for the clones because this is by far not an optimal fight for them to get all their percentages in order and ready to extend the duration of the fights. Another special 2 in there, and here I should have tagged Redwood. This was a mistake because I got the clone tagged in a little bit of an unideal scenario because I didn't have much energy to give it, and usually that's not a huge deal if you can like manipulate the enemy character into not being too annoying and not damaging your clone, but this dude is not combo interruptible and will trigger his special 2 no matter how far you're from him on the maps, so yeah. Not the greatest decision here. Not necessarily a decision because it was more or less a mistake, should have tagged Redwood. Gonna block that, re-engage the combo. Or try to at the very least. It's quite awkward because he creates some distance between you and himself with the special 2. Again, trying to re-engage the combo here and managed to do so successfully. And here, yet again, I think the special 2 just didn't feel like triggering. Oh, actually no, I'm letting him hit me because I just noticed that we're done with Deathstroke's percentage health damages, so another clone in there. Special 2, 28 mil, that's fine. Re-engage the combo, another special 2. Gonna back off a bit. And I misassumed that he's not gonna use a special there, so definitely my bad. So yeah, now Deathstroke has done everything that he needed to do right within their super move, extend duration of the fight. And Mr. Free is going to get tagged back in. I tagged Deathstroke for a bit for more power generation. And yeah, I know I said he's not combo interrupted and like just combo interrupted him, but that's just not reliable to do with the clones. Okay, so he's frozen at this point, so we're going to let him take some dots damage. That's about it. That's about what we're going to do for the rest of this fight. I know, very entertaining and engaging gameplay, but 1.5 mil dot damage, not really per second because it's at points lower values when it doesn't crit and stuff like that. It's gonna be, I think, more than any team could have done if I paired them up with Deathstroke, so I might actually use Mr. Freeze plus Deathstroke from this point on and keep Batman who laughs with Kim and Aquaman. Let me know what you think about the strategy, but I think it's quite efficient. To further increase our damage, we could have done the super move, and yeah, we failed there. If you let him get out of the hazard once, you're going to have a hard time freezing him again. But thankfully this time we did manage to do it in a reasonable amount of time, I guess. But yeah, like, I think I'm going to use Spinlash plus King and this team in the future. And Super wouldn't have done that much for me, to be fair, because it's only a 3-star Mr. Freeze, but he will do so much more at higher star ratings, and I might pursue him eventually. Right now I would maybe want to get my Raven to 6 stars before I do that. That might be a little bit of a priority, and then I'll have to choose between getting Manta to 6 stars or this dude to higher star rating, and I think this dude might be the slightly more optimal choice, let's say. But yeah, that's about it for that fight. There's still some health left on King, but we're going to take care of that. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward this one as well, because it's going to be Batman Ninja Team Beta Club gameplay yet again. For the passive stats, we have a level 1 Nora Snow Globe and a level 3 Nora Snow Globe, and we have the Beta Club on Catwoman. So this dude is combo interruptible, and I think I did a decent job doing that. There will be like one instance, I mean, I think I'll fair combo interruption at least 3 times. There will be one instance where he will actually chain lock me into special 2. That would be towards the end of the fight, and that didn't really matter at all. This might be a little bit of a benchmark to how far I can push. Bro! Put, pull, and then push. Took me long enough to find the right word that starts with P. Okay, okay. Glad I didn't say penis before saying the right word. But this is going to be a little bit of a good benchmark to see how far I can push my Batman Ninja team in terms of their damage performance with the Beta Club, and act accordingly in terms of using them as cleanup for some specific fights. And we're going to afterwards dispatch another team to deal with this dude. Combo interrupt against special 2, combo interrupt against special 3, combo interrupt again. 2 full combos and a special 3 in there. Again, we're doing the best to keep the high dot values when we encounter those. That's why we will not use swipes at points. And yeah, I did a little bit of a mistake there and got chained into a nasty combo. But yeah, with perfect gameplay we might have gotten 500 mil maybe. And we're going to use the Heartbreak Harley Quinn team to dispatch of this dude. Not sure if we're not gonna use super move, it doesn't matter here, it's going to be easily enough damage. I'm using All Blades and Dark Metal cards on Arkham Knight Batman. As I said, Dark Metal cards are going to be amazing on Harley and are going to pull more damage than All Blades if you have enough passive attack from the Soul Raid artifacts. But at this point I don't feel like I'm at that spot yet, because the best I could do would be a level 3 Nora Snow Globe and a level 1 Nora Snow Globe. I don't think that's enough passive stats to justify using Dark Metal instead of All Blades on Harley yet. But yeah, we'll definitely get to that point. Another special 2 in there, re-engage the combo. Another special 2 with Arkham Knight Batman, Harley back in there. And yeah, that was a pretty straightforward fight. That was it for Batman. Now, for the next fights, this looks dumb, I know, and this is indeed very dumb. Like, I'm not going to make any active attempt to deny it. So we have Sword of Salvation on Kimflan Aquaman to get some power generation. We have the Joe Price Batarangs on Batman Who Laughs to help us get all the percentage hell damage out of the way in like one full string of combo, hopefully. Though that's gonna be still a little bit rough. because this dude is not combo interruptible and he might use some specials. Back off a bit. And is it me or is the... Nah, I think we might have gotten all of it out of the way. But yeah, I don't really think it scales very well anymore with fast actions. Let me know in the comments what you think about that one. But yeah, basically the idea of this team, we just slapped all the percentage health damage characters in one team and we let them do stuff. And this is extremely dumb because I literally got far more damage in fights where I actually let my Deathstroke do his thing. Like Batman who laughs, Deathstroke, and then we allow enough time for all the Deathstroke clones to do their job, and having Aquaman in there as well and needing to get his stuff out of the way kind of hindered this type of deal. And the only reason why I use this is because I had available all three of them as my last tip for the day, and I was like, I might as well put all of them in one team. But I guarantee you, I can definitely guarantee you, I would have gotten more damage if I swapped Aquaman out and I put a Wraith within there for some time extension. This team is beyond dumb because they literally decrease each other's damage. They all deal health percentage damage and its current health, and the more current health percentage damage we're going to deal, the less current health there's gonna be to go around for each one of them to reduce it. And when it comes to Deathstroke plus Batman laughs, it's justifiable to do that, it's okay to do that. But when it comes to all three of them, nah bro. It's just not enough time and not enough health to go around. And Deathstroke will take a long ass time to die here. So I might actually change my build on Deathstroke because I do have defense on Deathstroke, because when he released, the main goal was to not let him die to get all his special 2s out of the way. But now you actually want him to die after he does that, and you want him to die fast, and my defense is kind of counterproductive in that regard. So Clone gets in there. It's not gonna have a too good of a reception from Dr. Fate, I can tell you that much. And I tried to swipe down to avoid those, but he was like, nah bro, you're not having it, we're going to use 3 of them. But yeah, this was for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you liked the video, dislike if you disliked it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this team. All that being said, I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.